A little early. Starting on this screen. This is my canyon. Forrest prayed for D's. This is when you do a follow the dot with all the D's. Anything where there's a D, and you see there's a lot of D's over here at the every line in the Forrest ends with a D. And gold, the gold is right here. So here's the map of what the canyon looks like, and the gold is here where the gold is. Or it says gold. That's where the gold is. And you got to notice, I don't want to use my steak knife, heck with it. Right here, whereas there'll be no paddle up your creek, that's where the creek is drawn, right up the middle. Right up the middle there, up through the canyon. So this all makes sense. And this looks like my canyon. So these, let's see, can I pause it when it's, oh, it didn't pause. Okay. Follow the dots. Go back to Zoom. So you see, each of the D's, all I did was I filled the center of the D with red so that I marked all the D's. And then there's like two on each, two. They're like paired, you know? It's like a slalom course coming down. There's two on each line. There's two D's on each line, kind of. And then right there where the paddle is right at the neck of the canyon there, right where the hills and the water and all come together, you know. So yes, I use stuff from my pictures of the canyon walls, and there's people in there over on this side, and there's two people here facing each other. This is one person looking, or it's two faces looking at each other. It's multiple things in it. And this over here is where the stout-hearted men are, and the gold. So I know where to look. It's just you got to go up this, this slope to get up there. You got to come up this slope here to get up where the gold is. And it's just a little bit. It's a quarter mile from the road at the most. And so yeah, this is follow the dot. A kid could figure it out. He left the D out of knowledge, but he put the D's in the D's are there in the poem. D's are important because he prayed for D's. And when I drew that, and then I flipped it on its side, and I go, oh man, that's like canyon walls in this, centers. And so I drew the connect the dot, and then I cut out the inside of the pattern it made, and I filled it with my rock pictures, and then surrounded them by trees, and I've got my canyon. I'm going to turn this around now. There. So, yeah. So that's how that works. How you doing, Jack, Captain Marvel, and Hooley? Yeah, it made a nice little canyon, and I said, well, and I was gonna have some audio, we do connect the dots, and where's my hat? Do connect the dots, and filled it, put the canyon walls on. Oh, and then we add some trees, add some more trees, add some more trees, and I drew I think I drew the creek right on up that around the words, and there'll be no paddle up your creek. People are coming online. I just saw my email. Oh, you had notification. I didn't. I meant to find my razor and shave. Oh, I don't know where my razor is. On the shelf here somewhere. I'll just sit back further. So there was that, the little map, the follow the dots, follow the D's, the dots. The D's are the dots. And it kind of drew a map. And it's like, man, that looks like my canyon. It was strange that it just came out looking just like it. After I added the trees in, it's like, man, that's my canyon. I haven't shaved for a while. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't shaved for a couple days. Probably because I can't find my sinking razor. But I'm ready. There we go. I got to protect myself from all of you. Don't know who's been to China lately. Yeah, I'm planning on. I'm going to go to make fewer trips to the store, try and get the groceries for the whole month instead of a week at a time, stuff like that. Because my tea's hot over there, and I ain't got none in my cup. Fresh coffee, epidemic, coffee, rig, food, and water. Yeah, I'll just stay here and watch everybody watch the news from here. I'm pretty safe. Wireless is non-communicable for diseases. But I got to go to Colorado Springs tomorrow. I got to go to the hospital. I got an ultrasound of my thyroid, see if they can find it. Did I just pour some? I thought that cup was empty, and I just poured a little splot of tea on my desk. You stayed in the panic room, huh? and I was going to talk about, the marble. There's the marbles. He says with marvel gaze. What he's saying with marble gaze, he's talking about like the gaze when he looks at his shower walls. His shower walls in Scrapbook 116 is about the figures that are in the marble, and that's why he mentions the Lincoln Memorial and stuff. Jenny Kyle has a scrapbook. Where is it? Subtle Clues from Forrest Fenn, and she's talking about for instance, maybe I can toss out the following thought I had once too. In the chapter entitled My War for Me, 76, Forrest writes, a curiosity to wonder about, like the Lincoln Memorial. Okay. The Lincoln Memorial, and she's saying the Lincoln Memorial, that the marble to make the Lincoln Memorial came from Marble, Colorado. And he's talking about the marble tiles in his shower and the women figures that he sees in the marble. The marble, the cracks and stuff. There's shapes and figures in the marble. And that's what you marvel gaze. Those things are looking back at you. And he said, out of all these people looking for trees and rocks with nothing on, no symbology to them and all that, all of those people, unless you're able to marble gaze, and even the kids playing with the marbles and the, playing marbles at school. Those were the cast. the cast. The cast, they didn't pour that rock, they carved the rock. Maybe the model for it, you know, the marble gaze. Yeah, we can do it this way. I'll show you a marble gaze. Yeah. Now that's marble gaze, okay? You got it? Marble gaze. That's fucking wicked. You want it like that, huh? Yeah. Whoop. I lost an eye. Oh no. That's marble gaze. We can do it with like the yellow. Huh? Is it better? You like the yellow? Cat's eyes. Yeah. What other color can we do? Did I come back and get a screenshot? Oh. We do green. You like the green? Huh? Marble gaze. Not Marvin Gaye, marble gaze. Yeah. That's what he's talking about, you know? Looking at Lincoln Memorial and all that marble with the he goes there and them naked ladies from his shower are all over it. I dropped one of my marbles. There, see, I didn't lose it. And we can oh, here's a freaky combo here. This will be a neat one. We'll do a yeah. See? Got some striped eye. And that's a pearly little thing there. Blind in that one. Yeah. Okay. I'm done with sticking marbles in my eye sockets. Oh, there. I had two of them. I had two of them striped ones. Two of them red, white, and blue ones. Yeah, let's see. One's red, white, and green. The other's red, white, and blue. Yeah. Yeah. Those are wicked. Yeah. Can you see me? I can see you. That's weird. I can see around them. That's because I can see my whole screen. I can see exactly what's happening there. Yes, the blind man. Listen, grasshopper, you must marble gaze. You must marble gaze, grasshopper. Where did that one go? I only have one red one. One orange one. But this one here is pretty neat. That one has some red in it. And some other colors. Yeah, we need to. Yeah, it's real terrible. What? No, it's time for what? The blind cat, dude. Yes, the blind dude. From Kung Fu. Yeah, I ain't gonna hang myself in no closet. I don't think David Carradine hung himself. No. I think he was killed by the he was killed by the pedophile ring. That's like that guy. That guy moved up to Canada. He was in Independence Day. The guy that killed the alien ship. You know, flew the plane into the bottom. I can't remember his name, but he has a YouTube channel and he does like 1 minute clips of him cussing out traitors. But there we go. Yeah, yellow. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this one's not in the middle. There. BI. That's the bumblebee. The bumblebee one. And when I go searching, sometimes I leave some marbles. Sometimes I leave a coin out there. Sometimes I leave a little rock with the little miniature tombstone like he found with that saying on it. But yeah, bring him in a pill bottle. I just fill my pill bottle with these marbles and bring it in my backpack when I go out. And I've left some marbles out there. And see, now my tea's it's going to start whistling because I haven't been paying attention to it, and I need to fill my cup. Here, watch me get some tea. There's the teapot. I get some tea. I pour it through a filter so that I don't get any of the tea bags break open. I gotta turn my flame down. Whoop. Filled to the brim. All right. So, what about Kobe? I don't know what you're talking about, Kobe. What happened, Kobe? Kobe who? Kobe Japan? I remember that earthquake when that happened, man. That was a big one. There was a lot of destruction. Wonder how it looks nowadays. Oh, the pain gain. How much have I missed? You read the scrapbooks? Yeah. Do you read scrapbook 116, CMC? 116. I saw Joe Treasure Hunter video. Yeah, and he was talking to. Oh, Joe, I seen that. Yeah, this morning. I don't know if it's still up or what. I just he doesn't know what he's talking about. He thinks he found Ace. I found a bunch of them. Found the helicopter and the teacher waking him up at his desk. I've got the Buffalo Cowboy cars in my shed. And Blaze, according to him, is a guy climbing a rock face in full armor. You hear? Yeah, I've got one that's the soldier laying on his back with his helmet, and he's laying on his back up there in the forest, right over the top of where the helicopter and stuff is. Or no, it's just down the road from it's above his pile of airplanes. And there was an eagle up above the pile of airplanes. And he's talking about the war memorial in D.C. It's made from, Jenny Kyle was saying, that's made from the marble from Colorado. One of my relatives designed the postal building for Washington, the headquarters of postal. It was a marble building, I guess. Maybe it's the old postal building or whatever. Put the bullet hole in the cowboy car. It's photoshopped. That bullet hole in the book is photoshopped onto that cowboy car. The lower picture, there's a bullet hole. Right in the gas, and that's the gas tank. That cowling, it's a cowling, it's called. You know, that cowling guy doesn't even know what a cowling is. He has no freaking clue what his name means. It's that part in front of it's the gas tank on a Model A or Model B. Somebody put a bullet hole in it, and it looks like a 50 caliber hole. The one on the count, because it's an exit hole. It's coming out from so the bullet came from the other side. The other side where the bullet went in is like a 38 or something, a 45. I don't even think it's a 45. I can try and stick a 45 bullet in it, but it made an exit hole look like a 50 caliber, did it? That's what he said. He took a 50 cal to the nose. He said the plane took several shots, and I guess bullet hit the canopy and some glass fragment. I guess that's how he had a little blood from his face from that encounter in Laos. And I was just watching a video last night about they've discovered a meteorite crater right in that part of Laos that made those formations and stuff. That was a meteor crater rim that he hit. So that was a blaze that created that blaze. It was 75 million years ago. I know. 75,000 years ago, I think they said it was. 75,000 years ago, this meteor hit down there in Laos and made this crater. And it's like, man, that's right where Forrest crashed. And maybe that wasn't the only one that hit. It did. Sometimes they come with little partners with them. But they found debris from this crater they found in Australia. They say that this stuff in Australia is from Laos when this crater hit, and was it 50 kilometers across or something? It's a good sized crater. Hot tea helps with the dentures get dry. And they got me, because life is like a box of chocolates, right? And so I got me a pot of gold from Hershey's. Yeah. I need to send Forrest a box of chocolates. Life is like a box of chocolates, right? And like the guy up in Yellowstone in the canyon, you take a quote from Forrest. Mom always said life is like Mom always said stupid is as stupid does. It's a cowl. Yeah. The cowl is short for cowling. A cowling is it's the wind barrier in front. The dash. Well, I have talked about the beginning clues many times. Pagosa Springs, where warm waters halt, world's deepest hot spring. You throw a rock in the water, where does it halt? The bottom. Halts at the bottom. So of all the warm waters, which one halts the deepest? Pagosa Hot Springs. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records. Go look it up. Don't believe me? Go look it up. When you're driving into town, world's deepest hot springs. Are there pictures of Toby naked? I hadn't seen him yet. But when somebody say they gotta put them on the internet, make go viral. Caption it first, though. Make a bunch of flyers like in Las Vegas. You find them all them, adult flyers. Yeah, just put them on one of those and drop them all over Vegas. Yeah. Yeah, the Marble Gate. I don't know. How many times I can't keep saying, it's about the seeing things in the rock shapes. I got something. Let's see. Is that still on my recent file? Oh, that's on this one. Is that it? No. Dang it. I was looking for a open. I know where this stuff is. But my that canyon, it resembles. Oh, dang it! I can't search for files in that mode in this program. Some of them you go to open a file, it'll let you search. Some it won't. And name, and then go down to where they got names. There. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So I'll show you this picture here. Turn it around. Oop. Boop. Okay. I call this Columbian Mammoth Canyon. You see, here's the Columbian mammoth. Here's the elephant, the mammoth head, his eye, his trunk coming down. This is the trunk coming down of this mammoth. And you see this guy laying here with his arm down here and stuff. The school teacher's over here up on this rock here. Or no, she's down here. But I go walking up here. I've been up here. There's a waterfall right here up in these trees. And I've been up in there. I've been all the way up here. Well, see, I came in down here. I went up this way. ISIS is right here. That's ISIS. And there's this Fred Flintstone house here. And go up around here. And this is where I was up on top of this rock when Jack was over here somewhere. And something freaked him. He barked at it and shot past me. Didn't see him for half an hour. And but anyhow, that's where I was then when that mountain lion freaked out Jack. Let me see here. Okay. Oh, yeah, that'll work. So yeah, I was on top of that rock. Look, I was on top of this. Jack was up there, but so I hike up here and along here. This is some really neat stuff. This is where Lewis and Clark are up here. Oh, yeah, itchy eye. Something itchy my eye. I'll be back. Okay. So I walk up. This is kind of slidey. You kind of go up on your feet and your hands. You go up this, and once you get up here along these rocks, it's pretty easy to go right up this slope here. And I came up here, and I went over here and searched in amongst these rocks back in here. Because see, these three boulders here are like the three marbles, you know. And I was all the way up back in this corner right here where the hand is, back behind this tree. As they would come along here, who's this dark figure here? Look at him. You see this dark guy here? See his legs? There's people hiding out. Who's this guy? Look, see? What the fuck? I didn't see. There's all these aliens up there. Yeah. The first stanza starts with as, and the last one starts with so. As above, so below. This guy's saluting. Look, his arm's up here. His arm coming out, and he's saluting. And I climbed up on top. I was right up on top of this. I was able to climb up, and I was up on top of this. But that was, I couldn't go climbing that. I can't go climbing up that. But I do want to go up. I know how to get around and get up to the top of the waterfall there. I'd like to look there. But I looked all around in there. I came out here, went down to this wall and back around. Looked down here across all the way and back down here. But I want to come up here, and I want to go up here and go over this way and look over in here, because this gets over. See, it gets up on this upper shelf, kind of. These are terraces. No, really, you get up here and go up here and then go up this way and up along these and then up through these trees. And you see there's a terrace up there. And up here is some really, if I get up on these, I've been up here. And right there where the hand is right there, in the crack at the bottom of that wall, is an Anubis coin that I left there. And when I went up there, I had to come up this way, around here, over here, and I had to go across this little thing here. It's pretty safe, but when you get a little vertigo, But so I've been up I searched all of this in here. I went through all of this. It's not in that part. And you see, I want to get, there's a one formation over here that says Fenn on the rock. It's over here. I want to get up. There's a bunch of stuff on these rocks up on top. I'll show you. See, there's people standing along there. Yeah, sure. See the woman's face. There's a face right there. Somebody standing right there. They're carved all along. This is somebody standing here. It's just all along this. Toby said poems for him. Toby don't know nothing. Toby knows how to make videos. That's about it. He's more suited for behind the camera instead of in front of it. Instead of trying to make himself the star, he should try and make somebody else a star. Use his talent for someone else instead of 11-year-old girls playing princess. But let's see where else. Oh, I've been all along this bottom part here. There's all kinds of stuff, and up in here and up on this shelf. This is, yeah, that's where the thing. This is the rock. See this thing that's got the frown on his face and the eyes, and there's people on these rocks here. They're hiding all along there. But yeah, there's a whole lot in there, and so this is a blaze up there, and so of course I've been in the around the bottom here and looked under this rock, and I've been up on top of this mountain before, but not out here at this edge. I've been further back up on the flat part, and it was getting late, and I had to head out of there. And I've stood right up here on top of this. I've stood right here on this rock. I've stood up there, and what it is there's a oh, that way, since going down this is a slope that about half a mile or so, it slopes down to where it's a slope walking down and not all steep. But you see, this is some legs, and this is a head, this is an arm, this is a figure laying there on top of the mount on that shelf there, and look at this skull right here. See, it's a skull. You get closer, and it's made up a bunch of other stuff that makes it up. It's very, very at the end of the course. Okay, I'll show you another open panoramas view, extra large. This is one of my favorites here. These guys, he's like a conquistador. See his leg? See the legs down here, and the guy standing there, and this guy here, and there's a woman down here reaching up to him, and there's people all along this wall. Oh, this here, look, see, it's a slope goes up to the bottom here. I either go walk along the bottom of this, along there, and get pictures. And well, there's a bunch of formations like this one, and you see, these are all figures. See this guy's face? There's another guy right next to him. There's somebody in white robes standing here. There's somebody's here looking up there at this guy. See, there's a bunch of people in here. maybe if I there and use the because you see this kind of monkey face guy here, and there's his face in here. It's pretty well. It's pixelating. Oh, is this a small? Yeah, I get the bigger one. Where is it? Where is it? See? Okay. So this one's yeah, not so pixelated. See, we can get in here closer. You see, there's two eyes and a mouth, and right in there's other face in there. There's a little guy sitting. See, there's a guy sitting here. There's somebody little white arm. This face up here, face in here, face right here. So they're just people all over this thing. See, there's big white head. There's an eye, the nose, the mouth, and there's a figure on its ear. There's somebody up above. See, there's a head here and arms coming together. It's like a mummy sarcophagus thing. But this is a head. Let's look in here. See who's in here. See this figure here, an arm and shoulder. There's a lot of this whole wall's full. See, there's somebody standing here. And I even got let's see. Oh, close that. This is a if for who hasn't just joined or whatever. This is a connect the dot, all the D's. Yeah, is that kind of give me the bad view of it? Yeah, we'll go this way. Where is down. There he is. Is this the one? I found Waldo. Yeah, see? Oh, gosh. Here's Waldo. Look, see his head, the arm, the two legs. It's a guy. Yeah, I call this one. I say I found Waldo. Here's the blow up of him. Oh. So just because when you get close, you start seeing the other figures that figure is made of. Sunset. This was a neat. See, you can see the face here, the two eyes, the nose, the mouth. This is from my art. GalleriaDeAtlante.com. And this here is from my art. It's just what was in the rock formation. There's a woman with a tree coming out of her head, and look where the bush is. Yeah, you have to figure out where the poem goes to, and then you have to be able to see the art. That's why the people were there 200 feet and they didn't see the figures in the rocks. And you can see there's another person. There's somebody here. There's a head tilted, leaning against this woman standing here. There's little people down here. There's somebody up there. There's somebody up there. um, well, it's the treasure map. Once you figure out the poem leads to the art. We're going back to this. Yeah, I want to open. I should have started my generator. This is a neat wall. It's just photographed, you know, same as the other one. This is the rock. See, there's two eyes, mouth. Look at this guy in here. See, there's a face right here. There's this guy here looking over to the left. This profile face. This is a head right here. This guy here with the beard. Uh-oh, what's that? Oh, that's a net to keep the sculptures from falling on the road. Where was it? Looking. Oh, they're way down. Way down. I got a million pictures of this stuff. Oh, we can open that. This guy. It's pretty obvious. There's somebody up here. You know, when you find something that's so obvious, and you find more of them and more of them. See, here's his head here, and there's a couple people here. Oh, look down here, yeah. So he said, "Well, how do the lichens make eyeballs? Well, they grow in the little pits of the rock, in the cracks and stuff. The lichens like grow in the cracks, so I'm looking for a good one here. Oh well, let's find a better one. There's where the Mammoth Parade. Oh, where's that picture? Good one. With a lot of examples. See, I do these panorama pictures. I want one of the really long ones. I know where they're at. Here's a big panorama. But is it anything? Yeah, whatever. See, this is one of the areas, you know, that's a big head, the eyes, the nose. And these is have the computer put together all the. I take the pictures and then I have the computer stitch them together. It's kind of like the panorama thing on your phone, except it just got to take. You can see each of the pictures that were put into that one big picture. Is how I can get I can get all the rocks all the way around. Where's There's Thoth right there. You can see he's pretty obvious. And this is the wall he's on. I'll open that one. Because, you see, he's right there. And look at the people next to him and stuff. There's these other faces all around him. Who can? You guys talking to each other, right? Maybe Forrest could put a good word for me be in the Space Force. Yeah. That's why I say Jason and should transfer to the Space Force. See, there's other people on this wall. They're just all over. Look, there's a little. You see, there's somebody here kneeling down and a little person there. There's somebody with a plant growing on his nose. See, he's right over his eye and stuff. There's his nose, his mouth. This guy's right over the top of Thoth. And there's even there's a face in here. There he is. See? There's the eye. Here's the nose. But that's a cool one. That one you can't see from your car. You can't see Thoth. You can't see any of that from your car. You have to get out and hike to see that. Oh, where are they? There's a good one. See, great big picture like that. There's a whole bunch of pictures to make that. And you see the guy laying in the hole here. What's he looking at? That's the kind of stuff. You bring the flashlight, holy shit, there's a guy in that crack. See the people here. There's people standing along here. How you doing, Maria? There's people all along this wall. See, there's a woman's, there's the head and here's her legs, hips, but her legs and hips are other people standing here looking at us. Going, hi. See, there's their heads. There's another person there. There's somebody over here. This is a face right here. It's pretty obvious. You see rocks? Yeah. Try opening your eyelids. I think you're just seeing a reflection of what's inside. And yeah. And don't go insulting me, telling me all you see is rocks and shit. That's your own personal problem. Go see an eye doctor. And really, these come out sometimes on the phone. It doesn't look as good as it does on a computer and stuff. Some people, well, that's because your phone is, you're looking at something the size of your hand, you know? You need a big screen. You need better vision. Is that no, they see there's Omegas. There's an upside down one, a right side up one, and a 5, and an 8, and a 6 over here. There might be some writing on that. There's some people up here. See, they're on the side of the rock here. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. You know, when they say I see rocks, I'm surprised they can see anything with their head up their butt. All they see is brown walls. The home of brown is all they can see. Okay, let's get another picture. Open. Oh, what? Is there by name? I sort by date. Oh. Okay. Go with the oldest ones. This is a bigger. Here's a good one. This one will have a lot in it. See, there's stuff up along here. Oh, it's the mask. It's Jim Carrey. See, there's a group of people in here. There's a row of people across here. See this? Zoom in their faces more. This guy's like in a throne. Maybe he's on the throne. I don't know. Here's a person here. There's people all on there. This guy's looking at you. See there, and here's his arm and his elbow and his hand, and there's several people over here. I thought that this. See, here's, here's a caveman and another caveman, and a little his father on the banco right there in the middle, right? Yeah, stone faces. When they say stone face, this guy dancing on the edge over here. See this one? There's his little stick man. There's your stick man. That's where Forrest gets his stick man from. I see people. I see dead people. These are actually Atlanteans. And I gotta turn my heater on. I'm sure it's dropped down in the 50s in here. Let me make sure I'm in the right position. John 4:4. Deep into nature. Yeah, look up Ezekiel. Yeah, 4 heads, one on each side. Okay, we looked at them, but there's these taller figures. You see the body this person standing here. There's there's another person here. You see his face looking at him. This guy looking over at this guy. And there's somebody here bent over the top of that guy's head, and there's his head, And there's a little guy right here. What's this little guy doing? See, there's somebody standing there. And there's a woman here next to him or something. Ooh, that looks neat, that skull. This skull here with the black eye. There's actually somebody else sitting in his face. See, there's a face here and another face here with the arm coming out. You have to go on a limb because that's where the fruit is. And this is the 1,000-foot karst, and his airplane crashed right in the middle of it. And so Moses is right in here. But Moses only comes out at winter solstice. This wasn't at winter solstice, so it's getting light from a different direction. It's amazing how the image changes depending on what time of day it is. And there's something new to see. There's multi-layers. I think, can we see him? Where is he? No, we can't see him, but we see these people. You see here is a guy with a black crown, and there's another face in here. So there's a profile face there. Yeah, it's crazy there. You talking to me? I'm just saying. Or sit under a tree and let it fall all around you. Okay. Yeah, look at this person. Where you go? Yeah. See this rock face here? It's a rock face. Stone face. Ooh, is that, you see these notches like that's not natural. That's some man-made chunk. That might be some writing from back then. And it does look like some characters, but it's also people's heads going across. There's faces going across there. What the? And they blended. There'd be multi-layers of images in one image. Ooh, there's a little cubby hole. Look in there. Go see if the treasure's in there. Oh, there. Look who's in there. Oh my gosh. You see what I mean? There's somebody in there. The guy from India told me, you look under a rock and there'd be somebody under it. And that's just amazing. You see this guy's legs here and this guy's legs. It's just so obvious. Yeah, look at this guy. See the skull head up here and his arm, and there's other people. This person here and there, he's got their legs up in the air. This guy standing in the middle. Jim Moody, howdy Holly. Oh, there's a Holly now. Oh, Hooley's Holly. Multiple to be multiply to be fruitful. Yeah. These people were all wiped out by an asteroid. The people who did this stuff. Oh, was that at the bottom? Yeah. No. What did it sort by? Where is oh, I saw one. Saw one I wanted to open. And then the screen flicked to somewhere else. Da, da, da. There. This is there, it's opening. Anubis is on this wall. This is Anubis right here. It's Anubis. This is his ears. This is his snout. Well, and I don't know if you can on this picture. I have other pictures where you see there's red ochre for his mouth, but it's in the shadow, so you can't see it. But that's Anubis holding his scepter. This is his scepter here. And his scepter, there's a vortex here. This is a vortex. And this is people going down here and up a ramp, and they float off into the vortex. Something buzzing, making noise in here. This face over here, I hadn't seen him before. Look, he's got people sitting next to him. There. Okay. Yeah, get this so I don't have to hold it, as long as I don't bounce the table. There's that guy there. That's the Anubis wall. There's somebody standing up here in the corner. See, here's his shoulder. And there's somebody looking over his shoulder. And look at this guy back here. See, there's somebody back behind him. Somebody over here. It's just continuous, one next to the other. If you're doing pareidolia, you might have one shape. You don't have a collage of different figures plastered everywhere, you know? Yeah, look at see this face on here. Where's a good one? I got to make it see. Some of the files are the full resolution. Like this picture here is 19,712 pixels by 13,831 pixels. So you multiply that, and that tell you how many gigapixels it is. You used to megapixels. I do stuff in gigapixels. Oh, this is a neat something going on here. Something going on up in there. So you don't see a lot of stuff when you're right there. You know, you see it when you after you get home and look at the pictures, and you find all this stuff. It sounds like I got a dead fly in my stove or something, but it's the gas coming out the burner on the tea. There's somebody dancing here. There's people all through here. These figures. Okay, different picture. We seen them. Now this one's just neat. Because what's, you know. See, this is a big head, and there's nose, mouth, eye, and there's another figure over here. Other stuff carved up above it. And look up on the wall up here. There's somebody up there smiling. Reference to Jesus, maybe. There's nothing that Forrest Fenn's thing about Jesus. Well, we're talking about stuff 14,000 years old, before there was a Jesus. This is before Jesus. So when you know, everybody wants to bring in their favorite religion, and Forrest said he's spiritual and he's an archaeologist. He's into the ancient past. He likes to read stories, let's see stuff from ancient past and figure out what happened. You know, how this person made this thing, or how these people made this stuff. How did they do all of this? Is what he's into. These rock formations are 13,000 years old. That's 11,000 or 10,980 years before Jesus. Okay. And some people, those Spanish figures, Spanish symbols. I'm sorry, this is Ice Age, Atlantean stuff. It's nothing to do with Spain. Spain didn't exist when this stuff was carved in the rock, you know, and they can't fact. How could Spain not exist? There was a time when Spain wasn't even a wet dream. This is one of my favorites here. The two people up there lounging on the side of the hill. That's so cool. Great Plains is but a finer point of the Great Plains. Plato said the plains were 10,000 stadia across. A stadia is 600 feet. So 10,000 stadia is 1,200 miles. So the plains of Atlantis were 1,200 miles across, pretty much like the plains of North America. So, and there were plenty of grasses to feed all of the elephants. And what's more important than a freaking pueblo is Atlantis. The discovery of Atlantis trumps San Lazaro. I mean, San Lazaro's a walnut husk compared to discovery of Atlantis, you know? No, no. One stadia is 600 feet. 10,000 stadia, that's 600 times 10,000. That's how many feet. And then you divide that by 5,280 feet to get the number of miles. Where you get that it's 600 feet. Or it's two football fields. The stadia is two football fields. So 10,000. So that's 20,000 football fields. That's two people on the side of the mountain. See, these are her knees. There's her face, her nose sticking out, and her hair sticking up. And this guy over here, this bald guy, I guess, with his mouth open and his arm up there. But there's people up behind him too. Up here, there's somebody, they're all over. This guy, he's pretty funny looking. See, there's his mouth and his two eyes, and that's a big face, ain't it? Right there on the chest of this figure, you know. And then this person is Jabba the Hutt. I don't know, but see, there's another face in here. Look, see, he looks Italian. Hour and 17. I could show these pictures a long time. My computer says 2 hours and 16 minutes on the battery. I haven't started my generator yet. Dum, dum. I'm looking for some of the big panoramas I have. I think I'm getting close. See, this is a cool panorama. Here, we'll open that one. Should look, see how far the scroll is down there. Now, you see the big baby face there? There's people all along here. Here's a couple. And so this summer, I think maybe half of my explorations would be searches. There's several people standing across there. 1, 2, 3, and see, there's something going on down here too. What's this? Zoom in. See, there's an animal or something there. You're not overdosing on CBDs. Yeah, this sure is these are cities of this stuff. This covers a large area, and to do as much as been done took thousands of years. or hundreds or millions and millions of people to do it. See, these are all people. They're all representing people. Here's John Travolta. Right there. It's John Travolta right there in his white pants. And yeah. Doing the Saturday Night Fever. Only poem and a map. Grease lightning. And Davia, I don't know how Bill makes his art. It's this art that these ancient people left, and I'm just getting it painted. Oh, let's close it out. But I want to show you a memorial. Can't show. You can see some of the marble, the markings on the marble, and stuff. And it's like his shower wall in Scrapbooks 116. Does this one show the marble better? No, that one doesn't. This one does. No, that's a. Oh, don't save them. Open. You'll get another panorama. Here. See, there's E.T. Look, see the hand coming up and waving, except his fingers are three little people. They're smaller figures. It's funny looking people, huh? Look at this little group down here. See this guy here, there's somebody there. There's a whole group of little people here. Here's a couple, I don't know. It's kind of hard to call them because, sometimes I thought were threesomes or something, and close all this. Get back here. Close, okay. Open. Yeah, where'd that? I wanted to open it. It flicked away from me. This is on that hill that I was showing earlier, where I hiked all over and stuff. And you see, there's figures there. What are you groaning about, Jack? That wouldn't have grown, huh, Jack? He was sounding his trumpet. I think Jack has gas. See this red person here hanging, this face right next to him. And there's people on these walls here. That's why Forrest said it's a special place. There he is. See, and this is the rock where it says Fenn on it. And there's, see the eye. There's a face on there. Yeah, that one. Here we go. This is a good one. This is one of my favorites. I camp right at the bottom of this. Who still has eye vision problems? You still see rocks? This is biblical stuff. I mean, this isn't petroglyphs. You know what I mean? Petroglyphs are like crayon marks, man. Yeah, I see dead people. This is what Forrest, what the thrill of the chase is. Finding the most ancient stuff in America. That's the thrill of the chase. Until they get punched in the nose. I'm still moving down the wall here. It was, you know, see here, this woman's face here. That's pretty high def. There's a couple standing here. You know, there's two people standing there. This screamer guy up here. See? And this guy. Oh, look, who's this? That looks like my nephew. Rob. See, there's people up here. Yeah, this is it's way back in time. Going way back. By the time of troglodytes and were they giants that made this stuff? You know? They had the help of mammoths. They used mammoths. I know that they rode mammoths and had tamed mammoths. And look at is this teeth of this some figure there? Yeah. Yeah, that's the mouth. This is a head. Those are his teeth. CMC, the only rocks are in your head. You ain't gonna change my opinion of it. Not with your lacking opinion, you know. A weak opinion doesn't trump what I've got going here. This couple here, you know, see, there's a woman here, this guy here, and what's he got in the middle? This, I don't know, some bony thing or something. And there's somebody else. See, there's faces. Don't. Another face. There's the mouth. There's a little face back here. See, he's got two eyes and nose hanging over his mouth. Now, why is this guy all white? Because a bird nest here and shits down this front of this rock, and so it's a little distorted, but you can see the stuff that's down below in carved in the rock. Oh yeah, it's one of them apple face grandmas, you know, them carved apples. But I like this woman here. See the two eyes, and she's got brown hair and a white face, pale face. The Hopis say the white men were here before us. The white men did that. White men with beards were here before. We knew they would come back. Yeah, there's Forrest said there's 10 billion blazes. There's 10 billion blazes, not a million. To find the blaze, Moses is the blaze. Oh. This is the canoe. See, this is the canoe at the bottom. You see the runners on the canoe, and look at this face here. See if I yeah, I'll tell you right. No, how long is that gonna take? Mm-mm-mm. See this head here? This is smile. This is eye. So there's faces sideways in there. There's a lot of figures laying down. And you can see the canoe. This is canoe at the bottom. This is an elephant and the trunk coming in underneath, loading this woman and this girl into the canoe. And laying inside the canoe, there are people inside the canoe. It's just, see, there's face in there. There's people laying inside the canoe there. And there's the oarsman in the back. That's him there. And that's Gazoo right there. Okay. I have better pictures of that than that one. It depends. You get the pictures right angle and all that. The right time of day with the right lighting. And that's why you bring a flashlight, because the flashlight's going to cast shadows on these rocks. Is this? Yeah, this one would be good. I use the computer screen. See all the. There's lots of people standing, or there's people all across here. Let's look at this little cubby hole. CMC, I don't give a shit what you see. You know that? There's this face. See, eye. There's an eye. There's the nose. This is a face here. Yeah. There's there's a whole bunch going on in this little window here, so to say. These Forrest says a picture tells 1,000 words. Well, yeah, there's 1,000 stories in these pictures. Forrest knows I found it. I wish he'd just come out and admit that, yeah, Gorman's figured it out. And with all these symbols out there, which one, you have to figure out which symbol is signifying that the treasure is here. Out of all of this stuff, see, look at that big face. See this face here? There's an eye, the nose coming down, the lips right here. This is a big face there. And there's people all along the bottom. See, of course, the stuff at the bottom was easiest for him to. This is the Mount Rushmore left over from Atlantis. 15 only was. Yeah. Yeah, I know some important numbers, but if I told you them and what they meant, then it would tell you where to go. So, and it isn't 15. Nobody has. I've been trying to invite like that Breen Forrester, the guy that these guys that do these archaeological tours and stuff, and you know, show them what they've been missing. Look at this. This is like the whole manger. You got the three wise men, the baby in the cradle down here, you know, the baby in the manger. Yeah, everything but the jackasses like CMC. Yeah, pretty much. I'm alone out there when I go out there. Look at all this. See these heads, and there's no, you know. Think Aztec figure. Here's a guy with a beard. See, there's the nose. Here's his beard coming around. He's got two eyes. He's next to two other people there. There's figures all along up here. This guy laying back. Needs more tea. Oh, edge of the picture. You see, this says took 7. This picture has 7 pictures in it. Look at this guy sitting down in here. See, there's so much of it that you don't know. See this profile. This is a nose. There's an eye. Here's his chin down here. Here's his forehead. You know, that face looking into that crevice there. But there's somebody right across from him right here with their mouth open. He's looking off to the right. There's E.T. and his girlfriend right here. You know? This is this guy hiding in the crack. Do you see him in there? It's just way too much. Pareidolia isn't a convention of figures, you know what I mean? Where's Waldo? Yeah, it's my profile picture. Where's Waldo? See, there's a whole group of people in here. And down here. In some of these figures, they left like a dip on top of the head or something. Like this guy. No. See, there's a face right here. There's somebody in here too. And somebody back in this crack. And that face. There's somebody sitting in here and the arms coming down. But there's other people on his chest. Oh. Yeah. Stop being a smartass. Yeah, I'll make it permanent. I mean, I don't take shit from people. Should know that. I shut them down. What I pass this time? There's a whole lot on here. This person laying across sideways here with a leg up, one leg up there. There's a head. Oh. See, it's this head here. Wow. Okay, yeah, I'll get another picture to make everybody happy. Go on to some, because this stuff is, I got a million of them. He said there's 10 billion. I've got at least 3 billion of them already. Da, 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 da. No. Now this is let's see which one's the the big one. A. Yeah, it's good enough. This is one I call this one the Clovis Stone. You see the guy standing over here on the right side looking up at the sky, and you see his butt cheeks there and his legs down here. And there's it looks like a mushroom there. That's a rock. um, but there's these down at the bottom. There's figures dancing across there. They're dancing across here, and these are all little figures all dancing through here, and it makes up bigger patterns. Like there's an elephant. This is an elephant. That's the eye, and there's somebody here. Their legs apart. This is, but their legs are two other people actually. And see, there's his face with his bright eyes. And oh, there's so much in this. And there's the guy looking up and he sees his ear and his hair and okay. I have that one in a poster, big poster. Oh, we had that open. This one might be I think this is my other canyon wall, yeah. So this is this is like the one of the one side of the canyon. And You can see there's like a walkway going across here and stuff. And I think they must have, there's got to be some sealed in tunnels and stuff. I'm looking for, been looking for the entrance to the underworld. See this guy. See his nose, mouth, the eye. He's looking up. They're all looking up. So is that, if we look up where they're looking, do we find the bird and the crescent moon? But it's hard to see stuff on it because there's so many trees covering it. But you see, there's a face here, and there's a face hiding in here, and there's a couple up there hiding behind them trees. And this is some kind of big, smooth design, something. Because when they did that, none of these trees were here, or I don't know how many. Some trees were probably, I don't know. What it looked like originally 14,000 years ago when a comet or meteor hit the earth and tilted the axis and that's 5 3 2. Where's a big panorama? Three. Let's see, open one of them. Open this one. Yeah. And you see, like that last picture had a lot of trees. This one doesn't. These areas aren't far apart. They're all part of the same. The month is about, yeah, a good thing. I'll get my data back for my tethered computer. I used all my data in 2 days because I was redoing my computer. See this big head. This is sunglasses, or and there's other people back in here. Look at the guys back in the back. There's 2 people dancing on the side there. You see, there's man, woman, other person, someone else. His face up here. There's a face here. Is Jack inside or outside? Huh. I don't know. I keep moving the mouse up in the corner of the YouTube picture because there's the X on the screen to close the picture I'm looking at, but that's to close the live stream. We looked at those. See, it's just when people talk about pareidolia, that's three circles make a face, two eyes and a mouth. Well, this is a lot more than two eyes and a mouth. These are arms, and there's dozens and dozens of hundreds of figures. Not just it's not just some random. Let's open this one. Looks bigger. Oh, this is a little darker. Let me see. Yes, let me increase the just turn up the brightness a little bit. Adjust the contrast. Yeah, about like that'll do. Let's see, it's brighter. Wow, look at her. Move over, Raquel Welch, huh? No. She looks tough. Big cave woman. Some ancient people took what was there and modified it to be like this. They had a little pareidolia, and they said, well, if we just chip away here a little bit and here, it'll be it'll be more than what we are imagining. But yeah, look at this woman standing here. This guy here looking at her. This is good. Look at that face with the stripe across the bandana or something. That's a pretty good profile. That's a cool head there. This is where I get my profile pictures from. I use these rock people, See, there's somebody across sideways there. There's her head. There's her shoulder, and there behind this person. It's just hook him up. Hook who up? Wish Forrest family to hook me up with some archaeologists or see, look at these. Look at this whole group of people in here. There's Mary and Joseph. There's this little guy in the white suit sitting up here. You can see his knees and his arms, or is this somebody else's legs over his shoulder? And there's somebody. Look at this. The plant grew in his eye sockets. Man, this is a cool head. This guy, this black eyes profile. There's somebody else here with like a black turban. Eater's doing well. That bottle will probably run out tonight. And I gotta go to anybody in Colorado Springs. I'm going to Colorado Springs tomorrow. I better look up where I'm going on the map before I go so I know where to pull off. There's a bunch of people in here. And there's some people, oh, no, I can't admit to seeing that stuff. I can't admit to seeing that. This is what marble gaze is. Marble gaze. Marble. It's the shapes in the rocks. It's about his shower and the naked ladies in the tile in his marble tiles on his shower. Looks like they're having fun there. I mean, these people must have had a blast. You can't imagine how, what drove them to do that. What was why'd they do this, create all this. And it doesn't end, is the thing. It goes on and on. Valencia Mountains. Where are they? Are those the ones in Spain? Where the you want to look at the mountains where For Whom the Bell Tolls, where that was filmed. Earrings Call. Yeah, you're alone there, Bill. Neat place. Yeah, it's freaking cool. I go out exploring, take Jack with me. And these are pretty obvious to me, and I know what I'm looking for. And I'm able to find them in lots of places. This whole group of people standing in here. That's just that's amazing. It's amazing. You've never seen this on the History Channel. You've never seen this on Ancient Aliens. It's big shit. It's a big, big deal. Yet, the media, Discovery Channel, silent. I did open that one. Let me see. I gotta find another good one. Another good one. Let's look at this. Oh, I know exactly where this is. See, this one, I call this one Tooth Rock. You see, it's an elephant. That's its trunk coming down. That's the elephant head. The mammoth head. See, there's a big face here. He's hard to see. Get to. Yeah, I went through here. I walked right in between there. You see, there's faces on this guy back here. It's Buster Keaton. That's who that is right there. Yeah, see, there's all these faces going across there. You get closer and the face turns into a bunch of people piled into the shape of the face, I'm a Buffalo Blaze headpiece, Canada Cowgirl. Whispering, yes, and true. I haven't seen Thor girl. There's Thor. Rock scare Thor girl away. A lot of people they're afraid to say anything here because they might get caught by K-Pro and Mike. Banned? Who's banned? Thor girl not banned. Not that I know of. I didn't ban Thor girl. I'm banned from the other channels. Reaching, trying to hit the X on the YouTube. Oh, well, I seen that. I go, oh, I want to open that one, and I let go of the cursor, and it shifts off to another part of the damn thing. That's a cool thing there. Let's see, which one is the there. My hand going to sleep. I've got problem my middle finger on my right hand. I got trigger finger. I mean, when I curl it up, when I make a fist and I go open my fist, that middle finger doesn't want to straighten out. I have to grab it with my hand and pull it back out. Oh yeah, you see her? Isn't that pretty girl? This is a face. Yeah, they're watching me. I talk to them. I say hello to them. I talk to them. Tell them how amazing they are. This long neck, pencil neck guy here. There's he's looking down in there. You know, what do I look for the treasure there? What's that? You know what that is? That's because it was a panorama picture and I didn't have a picture of that spot. So it's black. I had the rest of it. How'd I miss that part? It put an eye on this guy. That's weird. But I really, this is one of my favorite faces that I found right here. Jeez, that's pretty amazing. Sounds like Davio. Who? Oh, I got exhausted. Yeah. I do. That's why I'm kind of night owl, because it takes me till evening to start waking up, and then I'm not ready to go back to sleep. Look, there's some letters across. This got to be writing going across here, some ancient text. So I'm trying to figure, if I can find the ancient text. Why did I block what out? That spot? I didn't block that spot out. I didn't get a picture of that spot. This picture is made from how many? Group 18. Oh, I didn't. 718 to 758. Yeah, that picture's made from 40 pictures, 41 pictures used to make that one picture. It's 14,000 pixels across. So this is, when I did a big panorama and I didn't get a picture of that one spot. I didn't block anything out. It was not intentional. Symbol. Symbols are important. Omegas are symbols. A blaze is a symbol. Symbolizes the trail goes this way. It's a sign. A symbol is sign. Looking for more fun pictures. Oh, these might be. But I think, is that just a part of that? No. Let's see, is this got the teacher on it? No. She's down here in the below. The teacher's down here, Miss Ford. See this face? Reconnecting. You're live. That was like a 2-second interruption, or might have been more for you than what it tells me. There's a couple sitting there. Let's see, is this? Yeah. Yeah, I've been up here, and right under in here is where I left that Anubis coin. And I had to walk across this little, see, it drops right here, and I had to, you can walk across right there, and that's how to get over to this grassy area and stuff. And then I went all the way up. This is up past you, up to your armpits high. These grasses up here. That's what he talks about, the belly high grass. And underneath here, there's a crack, and I stuck that Anubis coin in there. And I've been all the way out here to this end and down around. I looked all over through these and up and tried to get in. You know, it's hard to get in some of that. And going over off where this goes, that was a steep thing where you're using the plants to hold on to the plants to climb up there. The trees will. Well, those rocks have been there for 14,000 years, not having a problem with the trees. Not most of them not having a problem with the trees. Yeah. That's why Forrest said, "Oh, it might be 10,000 years." Yeah, well, that's because he knows the place has already been there that long. If it's lasted that long so far, it could probably last that much longer too. It's not new like the pyramids. The pyramids are new compared to this stuff. Oh, this is a good canyon. This is one of my areas. And wish my phone would focus. Why is it not focus? Closer? Closer. Better get that bar at the top. There. Okay, now maybe it focused better, huh? This is a neat area here. Is this one standing here looking at me? Um, funny stuff. Okay, I'll find a different picture. Um, who's what? Yeah. Okay, yeah. If something else I thought about Forrest, Fenn, uh, there are certain, it seems that the quotes that people follow are the things. If Forrest didn't say it to Dale or Cynthia or Jason and Sasha or Mike and Cape Pro, if he didn't say it to one of those people ignore it. Or if it was, if it wasn't on Dale's whose email are we going to show, whose comments from Forrest we going to show, but anything Forrest tells me or and stuff, people, oh well, it's a quote from Bill Gorman, it doesn't matter, it only matters if it comes from Dale, Cynthia, the gang of eight, Why is that thing so spotted? I have to look closer. Figure it out. It's the sunshine, but there's a lot of stuff in it going on. You see the faces in there. And who knows what, these might be the skeleton of what was there. It might have been plaster and smoother stuff on top, and this is the remnants of, what some of it's washed away. There, that's cool right there. This picture's kind of washed out. Sun was on it hard. There. And you see how this wall just goes on and on and on, and every one of these going around there are carved, and so is this wall up here, and this wall here, and these walls here, and the tops of these peaks. I was talking to a guy that works at a bank. Blank. Joe. Yeah. Well, see this guy's hanging out down here. The Three Stooges. There's a face here looking up. This big head here. There's somebody. It's just one after another. Where am I on this wall? I wasn't even halfway. See, I've been moving along. Okay, another that picture. Oh, wait, 217. Let's see. Let's give you another 13 minutes, I guess. And did we open that one? We didn't open that one. Let's see if I got some more of them panorama likes. Big. I like the ones, the big picture, big panoramas. I got a lot more stuff in one picture to show. There's stuff in little cave. I found some cave art. This is the cave art, and you see there's I think there's buffalo on the back wall or something. They painted in there. There's some. This is in Fred Flintstone's cave. So it's just a big rock sitting on top of other rocks with big space underneath. No, big things really count, like finding Atlantis stuff. Did I open? I don't think I opened that one. Let's look at that. See, yeah, this had There's just all kinds of people in there. See, it's a woman's face looking up into this guy's face. They're kissing or something. It ain't changed. Yeah, I mean, it's humans all about sex and pleasure. You know, this guy with the black eye. Look, there's somebody else in his eye. His girlfriend, and she's the love of his eye, right? Uh, oh, here's a neat little spot. It's haunting. People don't like it because it's dark. It's demonic. It ain't Christian. Well, nothing was Christian in them days. This guy is pretty Pretty neat looking face. He's like from an Og from Popeye. Atlantis. Yeah, that's a misconception. Atlantis had a city that was an island, but Atlantis was a continent. Not islands don't have 1,200 miles of plains with high mountains surrounding a large rectangular valley surrounded by high mountains covered with crystals. Atlantis had, and they had plenty of elephants. And the plains had plenty of grasses to feed all the elephants and beasts. And Plato was telling a 10,000-year-old story also. So things would have got confused that it was an island. No, it was an island. It had a city. It was a continent. It had an island city that was the port. And I think they might find that off of the coast, off of where the Mississippi goes in the Gulf, or where the Rio Grande goes in the Gulf, are places where, and they got to go down to where the water was during the Ice Age, 200 or 300 feet down. Just some cave thing. I'm looking for entrances. I've seen some satellite stuff that there should be some underground stuff under the pyramid, but that would take excavation and all that shit to get to it. This guy is pretty. This one here, he's like a Buddha dude with two little people at his side. He's down here. Dun, dun, I've been there. We did that picture. Okay. Yeah, we'll open that one. This one's pretty cool too, yeah. This big face down here. He's pretty cool. Dark, shadowy figure there. This guy with his arms reached out. Rooster roster. Yeah. I see a lot of roosters. Uh-huh. Yeah. I like this here. This guy's sitting up. There's the guy with his foot up on the stump, right? Bump. See the knee, kind of the leg. Is his head up here? And is he looking up? There. I thought that was in a different place. There's some neat stuff on that rock. Hard to interpret. This is like a queen sitting in her throne. Yeah. Yeah, when I was a little kid, when I was like 4 or 5 years old, man, the flying monkeys scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. I couldn't handle the flying monkeys. That was a hard one to take. These are the gypsies. Can you see them yet? No, you can't see the gypsies yet. They're up here, right here. See them dancing here with their arms up in the air? Yeah. Screw them flying monkeys, man. Yeah, my kid's gonna be 40 next month, a couple weeks. My kid is yeah, he was on Lincoln's birthday. You see, here's the gypsies up here dancing. And there's stuff down below. This is below the home of Brown. Just below the entrance to Bootjack Ranch. It was owned by David Jennings Brown, who's a billionaire real estate developer in Silicon Valley. I probably worked on a couple of his buildings because I worked on Intel Fab 6 through 9, did temperature controls. Okay, this is cool because this is a wall is all sculpted. See, like this tile here. There's somebody lounging in here, and somebody standing here. And I'd like to have some 3D models of some of this stuff, to paint. And then there's up this way. So this, path you walk and go up along here to get up around this rock. And I've been up on top of this rock. Jack is snoring. If you hear him snoring. Must have got his attention because he stopped. No, he's back to it. That's where I was. Where is it? There it is. This is a cool one because this is let's see. Where's the best focus? There, probably. Huh? Still not. It's fuzzy as hell. This is related to the Ben Stahl painting. that's in Once Upon a While. The Ben Saul has the paint palette with the boy climbing up to kiss the girl. Well, here we see it's the girl climbing up to kiss the boy. He's laying on top. See his foot there. This is his back, and this is his head, and this is a girl climbing up, and this is the eye of a mammoth. This is the trunk. She's climbing over the trunk, standing on his tusk, climbing over the trunk to kiss the boy there. And there's a lot more in this rock. There's these faces, these two big faces here. There's little faces everywhere in it. There's somebody up here. What do they got in their hand? She needs to lose weight. Yeah, she's heavy as a rock, right? There's these guys over here. These are statues, you know, ancient statues. There's somebody climbing up, looking up. This one climbing up, looking up at what's up here, at these two. Hidden in plain sight. It's the art in nature. And we hit our 2.5. So you got your 13 minutes. I'm gonna get one more picture and then I'm gonna finish up. Which one do I want to open? I don't know. Okay, this one. I think I know what this one is. Yeah, because here you got two big heads. This is a head, and this is another face. See his face in there. There's others. There's guy in the crack. There's people up on top. There's somebody climbing up over the edge there. What's the secret? The secret is Atlantis. These are ancient ruins. You know, this ancient stuff. They won't teach you about this in school. They try to write it off as some type of psychological issue that it's made up in your head and stuff, but it's really there. And that's why Forrest doesn't like academics, because he went to them, they didn't listen to him, and he made his treasure hunt as an advertisement for the discovery of this. This is the Mammoth Parade. This is the elephant. And there's the trunk coming up right here. This is the elephant. And zoom out. Sean Dodson stood up on here, on top of here. Sean Dodson was up on there. And you see, these are another elephant here. This is a profile of a face, a man with a woman right behind him. See her? Isn't that neat? She's right behind this guy. But there's a catwalk on right up on top of here, right behind these rocks. This is like a wall, and there's a wall on the other side, and there's a catwalk that they walk a mammoth in there. And there's a mammoth. See the mammoth head there? And here's the mammoth with the trunk coming around. He's got a pack on his back. There's a mammoth with the trunk curling around. See, there's other people carved inside here. There's guys standing there. There's a couple of people there. And so it's a parade of mammoths with some people. And this one here is laying down. This one's here is dead or laying down or something. And that's the mammoth parade. That's documented. Oh yeah, I documented it. I'm the one document. Nobody else is. I'm just doing the first version right now. Yeah. There needs to be a documentary on it. And when Jens comes out here, possibly he might catch on to, because a lot of people, they don't see the importance. They don't see any importance in it. And even like with the treasure hunt, they don't see how this could be anything important to the treasure hunt. When Forrest loved archaeology and reading, figuring out what the ancient people did by what they left behind and stuff like that, and not people are thinking treasure chest, and they ignoring the other treasures that are right there in front of them. And so I'm going to sign off at that. Have a good day.